Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, JP the Outlaw, the savior of ill behavior, the Ayatollah of rap and roller, if you get what I'm saying. Trying a new tagline. Don't worry about it. I ripped off a couple of guys. That's the basis of YouTube. If you see some shit, you like it, take it. Just don't get sued. They open up the show with Paige and all the women in the Money in the Bank ladder match for Smackdown. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Naomi, and Lana. Okay, they have a arguing match between who's going to win the Money in the Bank for the women on SmackDown Live. Now, I'm all for Naomi. I'm definitely for Charlotte. I think Charlotte winning here, holding the women's Money in the Bank for a total of a year. Her going on the main event with Ronda Rousey later in the year would be spectacular, especially for a WrestleMania. But that's neither here nor there. That's my predictions. We'll go over that this weekend. On the women's side, anyway, for SmackDown. Outcomes: the iconic duo Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. They make a mockery of all the women in the ring. I thought this was one of their better performances as far as getting their stuff out. You know, these two are more entertaining than actually wrestling. I think Peyton Royce is more wrestling than entertainment. So, you know, Billie Kay really makes this segment. Outcomes, what is that? Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, they cut another promo telling every woman in the ring that they'll never be as good as Absolution. Old Absolution. A brawl breaks out. They'll have a match later tonight. First announced as an 8-woman tag match. We'll go on. Backstage with Daniel Bryan, he cuts a promo on Big Cass before Money in the Bank. Same with Big Cass. The difference in promos, Daniel Bryan sounds believable. Even though he's about as tall as my goddamn kitchen table, he sounds believable delivering his promo. His verbiage does not sound scripted. It does not sound made up and forced for this to get this point across. So, Daniel Bryan and Shelton Benjamin, great match. I would even give it match of the night. I love the finish. A lot of reversals, a lot of back and forth. At the end of it, I really was rooting for Shelton Benjamin because Shelton Benjamin was looking like $1 million in this. And that's due to Daniel Bryan selling. This is a great match. Take your time. Go back and look at it. It's worth, looking at. Backstage segment with The Miz and Paige. Paige, grants Asuka a match as far as being involved with the eight women match, adding her and Carmella, making it a 10-woman tag match for the main event tonight. We'll get there because I have some horrible comments about that 10-woman tag. You have a video package from AJ Styles and Nakamura. You got a video package between AJ Styles and Nakamura. Nakamura, for the most part, has been getting the better of this feud. Nakamura could be doing better as far as in-ring work. Don't get it messed up. I understand you're a heel, and this is where Austin messed up at. Austin changed everything about Stone Cold Steve Austin. So all that heat that he had in the mid-90s, by the time 2002 came around, he was dying off or he was already dead as far as momentum. Now, I think what you do here with Nakamura, to keep him interesting, no, I would not give him the WWE Championship, but I would immediately throw him in a feud with Daniel Bryan. Not only does that get eyes on Nakamura, that keeps Daniel Bryan fresh. Okay, I don't know what you do with Big Cass. Big Cass is not even in the equation at this point. Moving forward, they have an interview segment with Jerry the King Lawler and AJ Styles in the middle of the ring. AJ Styles talks about how he slapped Nakamura in the face last week. Not only did he slap him in the face, Nakamura played him, and he didn't appreciate that. He wished that he could go back in time and knock Nakamura's head off. Unquote. Great segment here. I like that they brought Jerry the King Lawler out, being as though they was in Memphis. They let him do the interview, which makes AJ Styles a little bit more credible. Just a touch bit. Being in there getting the rub with Jerry the King Lawler, one of the all-time greats of professional wrestling, it does more for AJ in the long run. Samoa Joe versus Rusev. Special guest referee is The Miz. This was given to The Miz earlier in the night due to Paige. Paige giving him his request, wanting to be special guest referee. Paige allowed it. And he was a good referee all up into the finish. Which, you don't want to give away Rusev versus Samoa Joe for free. A lot of these matches had pretty much a crazy finish outside of the women's match, which ended abruptly. You wouldn't even have noticed if you were paying attention. After the match, The Miz climbs the ladder, grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase. He takes it to the side. He takes it to the announce desk. He pops open the briefcase. It's pancakes inside. I can't make this up if I was trying. The New Day has replaced the Money in the Bank briefcase contract with pancakes. So this is just all to get at The Miz, make fun of The Miz, and really put his mindset going into Money in the Bank. There's going to be some fuckery. That's all that was. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy, the U.S. champion. This was a great match. Great match. Disqualification finish. Shinsuke Nakamura hits the low blow on Jeff Hardy. I thought they was going to have AJ Styles come out, protect Jeff Hardy, but I like that they had no interaction between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura on a go-home show. This is what you want for a go-home show. You don't need your main event as far as AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura being in conflict with each other before they go to the pay-per-view. They said what they had to say. Both men had interviews. Both men laid out what they wanted to say. It came across very nicely. They went their separate ways. That's how it's supposed to be. Even if you're building up a minor feud like a Roman Reigns versus a Jinder Mahal, they don't need to touch every week. So they end the show with Naomi, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Lana, and Charlotte versus Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Carmella. This 10-woman tag match was okay for the wrestlers that knew how to wrestle. I feel like on one side, you had literally the top talent on SmackDown Live. And on the other side, you have the green as fuck talent on SmackDown Live. Where the hell is Tamina? Where the hell is, who else they got over there on SmackDown? There's so many other women being left out of this whole equation. I understand you got to push new talent. You got to get them out there, get them immaculated with the freaking, with the SmackDown Live crew. I get it, or even the SmackDown Live universe. But I just think if you, especially with a Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and a Carmella, if you would have left them down in NXT, let NXT mold them into what you need them to be, you wouldn't have any of these problems. All of these problems would vanish because they would be skilled, they would be trained. Of course, Asuka picks up the win for her team, trapping Carmella inside of a Coquina clutch. Carmella, before the Coquina clutch, went for a roll-up, an old schoolboy roll-up, and it was horrible as fuck. She barely had it locked in. Carmella had to readjust. Jesus Christ. Asuka had to readjust just to lock in the Coquina clutch. And that's normally, it's more of a one move. I'll take you back to when she did it with Charlotte. When she put it on Charlotte, Charlotte did the same schoolboy roll up. Charlotte kicks out. Fucking. No, it's not Charlotte. Asuka kicks out. Charlotte falls back. Asuka applies the Coquina clutch. Because of her inexperience. Because of what's going on in the ring. It's a lot of moving parts. You know, Carmella came off looking sloppy. And, you know, I'm a big Carmella fan. I'm a fan of her on the mic. I don't think she should be wrestling. I think she should be a enhancement talent as far as a manager or something of that nature. Okay? But that's my SmackDown Live review. It was pretty much a good show. Way better than Raw as far as a go-home show. I like what they're doing with Daniel Bryan. I want them to move past this whole Big Cass and Daniel Bryan thing. I think Big Cass could be used with somebody else. You could use Big Cass with a Todd Dillinger, putting both men over. This could be a SmackDown Live feud. You don't really need to have Todd Dillinger versus Big Cass on a Money in the Bank pay-per-view, if you get what I'm saying. You know, when you turn into SmackDown Live, you're looking at the match layout. Okay, Big Cass and Todd Dillinger are still heated in their feud. You can tune into that every Tuesday night versus tuning into it on the pay-per-view as well. It's just ridiculous. But I am JP the Outlaw. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to check us out on Wrestling Amino, Twitter, Facebook, and again, brand new, Tumblr. Please go check us out on Tumblr, JP Outlaw, for all your social media networks or sites. You can catch us there. I'm going to get out of here. I'm about to get dressed and go to work. Peace, be safe. I'm out.